Howdy, folks. Windy City Thetan Watch. I'm just getting down to the Chicago Scientology org. It's Friday night. I saw the fire trucks show up and jumped in the car and headed down here, see if I can help out the protesters. I just want an extra set of eyes down here as well. Seems like the cult is escalating their tactics. Can you hear me? Said my mic was mute. Oh, fuck. Hey, Carrie. 1 second. I'm gonna reboot my gimbal real quick.
Hi, Windy City.
Hey.
So did you catch any of the
I saw the fire department come, and that's what I got in the car as soon as I saw that.
That's messed up, right?
Yeah, so I would say we definitely want to file on the touch. You know, if you who was touched?
I was.
Okay, yeah, definitely want to file on that. And I heard your FOIA, and we'll go to COPA and we'll say, hey, they wouldn't take the FOIA request.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, I'm kind of I moved came in hot. My gimbal's not playing nice. I want to see if I can reset that real quick, and then we'll start chatting. Any idea what the sirens are down there?
We don't know.
Someone in my chat said that they heard the scanner report 717 South Clark Street has a pew and domestic violence going on.
Okay. 400 units, maybe.
Yeah, right.
I would guess.
But it's weird that they show up 5 minutes after the police leave.
Yeah.
Or I mean the firefighters leave, sorry.
And it sounded like they were blaming you. The Scientology said somebody else called.
They pointed right at me as soon as I came out of the door and accused me.
Other helicopter guys. That is what seems like what happened. Is there was a false report of somebody being stuck in the elevator, and the fire department seemed pretty pissed.
Choppers in the air now. Yeah, there are. That's the second helicopter.
All right, let's see if the gimbal will stay up this time. Were you guys here for graduation, maybe? Do you know? So graduation would have been tonight. On Friday nights, they have graduation. I don't know what time graduation is.
I got here at like...
Graduation for Scientology?
5,
Yeah,
maybe.
so when they do their courses, it's every week there's a graduation. So that's what Pearl kind of goes down and rants at them.
Yeah, I got here at like 5. The doors were open, the blinds were open. They closed everything. I told the officer I'm just here to ask questions and I'm not going to harm anybody.
Right.
No, I don't know.
The pole across the left.
That's crazy.
The pole across the left.
I can't believe that they think that we're the ones.
Let me go down there, but I think they're just saying it's at 717, which is it's to our left. So I'm going down the street a little ways, figure out what all these cops are here, and there's a boatload, right? So you see the first squad car, and then several unmarked or just SUVs. I'm guessing that that one right there. Sorry, the gray one right across here. That one is a cop. The next one's just pedestrian vehicle blocked by what's going on. The police look to be at the front counter reception area. There's two or three more squad cars parked on this side, parked in every direction possible. I'm gonna head across the street, see if we can get a little closer. I do not believe that this is at all a Scientology thing. I'd be very surprised if Scientologists are able to acquire Pew Pew. So this is most likely just a domestic violence issue. And thank you, Carrie. I regret that the gimbal's not acting nice, so you guys are going to get hand carry tonight. Hopefully I can keep it stable. For the most part, I just want to make sure that I've got eyes on Trashy and SRA in case the cops come and pull bullshit again. He's absolutely correct. They could have taken the FOIA there. I can show them how to do the FOIA online as well. I've done my FOIAs online. But it is the nice thing about having it on camera is that's another thing to bring to FOIA, to bring to COPA, to say that the police obstructed my investigation. Right, our journalistic investigation in refusing to grant or take the FOIA request. So I think we've seen the female before. There are 4 cops down here. Here in the lobby. Yeah, I just think that it's probably just as the call report suggests. So it's good that everybody's all smiles. So I'm guessing that it wasn't as critical as it sounded. But there's nobody in the 1st district, I'm guessing, right now.
I'm looking for a Kyle.
Okay. So he got left the building, or probably left is that who they think the instigator or the Pew Pew was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look up 7th, 8th floor.
Hey, Jen, thank you.
And were you here when the fire
I
truck
did.
showed
So
up?
I was watching you guys. I was at home watching you guys, and I saw the fire truck go up, and I saw you and the other gentleman in white talking and kind of defending the neighborhood, which I agree with. Right, the guys. If you had to shut down because Scientology made you shut down, you had to shut down. Paisans, I don't think Paisans is a little bit more in bed with Scientology. I think the rest of the street on opening day, what were they going to do? Say no, we're going to stay open. So,
well, I think they switched owners or managers over there.
Okay.
The manager was Scientology. I saw him come out today. He looked a little different and weird.
There's several of those. I think there's 4 different Paisans.
Yeah, there's 4 or 5 of them.
So,
People over left or right. What's up, man?
Hi.
Did you hear about the fire?
Yeah.
Fire call?
Yeah, and that was
when they first walked up. They said it was a gas leak. Then he said someone's trapped in the elevator. And this asshole's like, "Oh, what do you do with that phone in your hand?" Like, and then prior to that, some guy came out and saw us. I'm guessing one of them called the
call 911.
Gotcha.
All they have to do is check the 911 call.
That's what I don't understand is why can't they trace these calls?
That's what we'll throw out to them next time.
All right, I'm going to head over there as well.
Yeah.
My guess is there is nobody in the first district right now because every cop is in this building, it seems like.
Yeah, no.
Heading back over to the Scientology building.
So do you know anything about all that commotion right now?
We're looking for a Kyle on the 7th floor. The only Kyle I know is lives there, but I don't know.
So they all just leave?
They all got some in the elevator would be like, would go eyeball fucking me like, hey, Kyle? Like, oh. Like, oh. Like, look for a Kyle.
Hey, Ellie. I assume that some of you guys were already monitoring Trashy and SRA. Earlier tonight, Trashy went to the police department. They pretty much stonewalled him, gaslit him. They wouldn't take his FOIA, which again, that's another complaint in itself. And then I thought I was going to stay home tonight, and I saw the fire department come down, and then when there was the contact made and they left and accusations, it's like, Scientology is escalating. I'd like to have an extra camera on the guys down there so everybody stays safe. Not really seeing anybody in here, right? Yeah. Yeah, Ellie, you've got eyes everywhere. Yeah, we're just seeing the one person at the admin desk. I don't even think we're seeing the barista in there anymore. Oh yeah, I can. No, I can't see that anymore. So nobody in there. Oh, here we go. Very large man. One of L. Ron Hubbard's degraded beings. Thanks for tuning in earlier, watching Trashy and I.
Yeah.
Is the balcony in the building, is that a common floor, or are those just rich? Are the big apartments?
Rich, bigger apartments.
Okay.
I think that's 27th floor or 28.
Yeah.
I just noticed I just looked up there, there's a lot of shades on them.
Yeah.
Now they're fucking like not the fucking shade now.
They love shade tech.
Oh yeah.
Studios are lower floors, I assume. Usually in most.
We're on the teens floor, and they have the studios are all the way up to like the teens or 20s.
Okay. When you guys were all talking earlier, the first word I heard was, did the landlord do something, or is the landlord telling you something?
The other guy we were talking to, who was here earlier, mentioned that the landlord sent out an email saying that if there were any if there was any harassing of the Scientologists that lived there, they would be fined and they could be evicted or prosecuted.
Okay.
Well, we got two emails. We got the first one saying that there's a protest Saturday. We got this Friday. Yeah, we got it Friday. Then there's a protest. And anyone who's involved in it could be arrested or fined or whatever.
Yeah.
And then got another email at 3 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, about Friday night was the streets closed.
Yep.
Saturday was the fining. If you protest, then
Okay. Yeah, we need that email if at all possible. All right. And just find a neighbor. If you can.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I'll try and give you my email just so that we can be in contact if we ever need to be. But if we could give
Thanks,
my
Jen.
email to the guy that was over here before, that would be great. So I can try and maybe get that email from him.
Because I don't know if we're going to get backlash too from the complex or the building saying, all right, well, you're going against us.
Are you allowed to talk? Yeah. Yeah, and my hope is not, but yeah, and I'd say you'd have good legal standing in regards to that. Because it's a religious element. Right? If Scientology is religious, you're then being persecuted from your building for a religious purpose, and that's against First Amendment rights. So you can't be thrown out on that. They'll try to find something else, but I think you'd be able to find lawyers that want to take that case.
Today I bumped into one of them coming on the elevator.
Yeah.
He's standing like right in front of the elevator as I'm walking out. Big guy. He didn't move. I'm like trying to make my way. And after that, I was like shoved in him. Like, fuck him. Like, shoved in him. He turned to me. I turned back to him. He's like, oh, okay. Like,
The etiquette is you let me get out, and then I'll let you get in.
Pointing at me the other day too. I'm like, so I got beats to them. Did I catch him on the elevator? They had news for them. They had fucking news for them.
Opens him up to some shit he doesn't want to get into. Hunter one, I'm gonna just thank you so much.
Last night, this woman and 2 kids came out.
Yep.
Some guy was hanging out over here, white jacket. I just swung him in the car, silver Cavalier. He's just hanging out talking to him, and then he gets in the car and he goes, I know he's a Scientology player.
That's the woman and the 2 kids that we saw. She was the one we saw in the alley. And they were here Monday night as well for 5 hours. Those kids, what are they? 6, 8 years old and 14?
I'm
Yeah.
not sure if I agree.
6 maybe.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
No, Scientology is a victim here. If you don't believe me, just ask Scientology.
Yeah, I tried to go to the police station today to make a complaint against an officer, which they wouldn't take, and then I also tried to file a FOIA request, which they wouldn't take, which is totally illegal. And then I also tried to notify them or leave an anonymous tip or something that Scientology may be perpetrating the false phone calls here, and they didn't want to take that either. So it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, that's messed up.
And it's funny, some cops when I was in there were talking about getting overtime, and that's the only thing that's making the job worth it for them. And I'm like,
Absolutely.
way to just put the blatant corruption right out.
Right. So I moved ahead to real time right about the time when she was saying, you were talking about can I lodge a complaint that they're doing a false call? And she said, no, try 311. And later on, I think I heard you say that the sergeant said, so is the desk sergeant the female, or was there another sergeant that came out? Okay. Gotcha.
Did Trashy ask for a supervisor to take the report? Yes, SP Agent 10. A supervisor did take a supervisor was there to take the report, but they did not want to.
Yeah.
Nice.
She gave me all the way to the end. I mean, trying to tell me that professionality doesn't really matter. It's not about that. He technically cited me the law because he told me it was assault, and that's enough citing.
And at no point, but by the way, assault has to be physical, or it has to be a verbal threat.
Mm-hmm.
And at no point has any of us ever come close to a verbal threat. And yeah, following somebody to their car, number one, none of them has a fucking car.
Yeah, stalking has to have a threat as
Right.
well.
Stalking has to have a threat. So I would not worry about this. Now, again, one of us is going to take a ride. We're going to get off, and we're going to go through the Danny DOA stuff. But Probably. I'll be here tomorrow morning. I just want opening time. I'll be here for opening just because it's active. Yep. So, yeah, at 9 o'clock, the staffers come in and until 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they got threatened by me. Smoke off cigarette. Like upstairs and stuff.
it's your SP powers. You're a aggressive person. First day or shift day or just
Because I see like a phone shirt. I got a phone shirt that has no thing.
Nice.
I'm gonna stand right here,
yeah. Right in front of their camera.
right in front of the camera. See this?
Yeah,
Just point to it all day and smoke a cigarette.
yeah.
You.
I had a sheet of questions the other day to ask them, and I was trying to hold it up to the camera, like,
Yeah.
you can prepare yourself for the questions.
Hey, I want the 50 degrees back.
I know.
Yeah, right now it's cold.
Tomorrow, right?
I think we had that. Well, we had it for a while today when the sun was out.
Well, it's protest.
There was a protest today as well.
Yeah.
Must be break time. There's got to be what, 5 of them there. So
They're all going over what they're going to call next about.
I think I see suitcases there. Are those suitcases or garbage cans?
Those silver things?
Yeah.
Those look like garbage.
Okay.
I think.
It would make sense, but it was like suitcases. Okay, wait. So are they sending staff home?
Do they have any other like silver looking? I don't know. You guys pay attention.
Yeah. Somebody was in a hurry moving over here, but I think that's a go upstairs route. Oh, sorry. I've had my finger in the lens. Is there a blue star in there?
There is a security guard in there wearing a police vest.
I've seen that before too.
Does that not give...
Which, number one, if it's an on duty, if it's a Chicago uniform, I think that's illegal.
Oh.
I do think it's illegal because they're being hired for contract right now. So,
Yeah.
And if it's not a Chicago cop, it's sort of like, I'm guessing that police is so generic that it's not an impersonation problem, but there would be a point of if there's any insignia that would show that they're Chicago. It's like, are you impersonating a cop or are you a cop? But yeah, I think on the third day, I saw the guy with just the police, it says police across here.
Yeah.
No.
Can you imagine that? Like, you want to be a cop and you end up becoming a security guard, but not just a security guard, a freaking Scientologist security guard.
Right. See if I can keep my finger off the lens for a while. Yeah, so so it must be break time or something, but most of them there was what, 5, 6 of them here earlier. They must have moved. Yeah, I'm going to take a walk around back. The gentleman that we know from 717, he just by luck of the Irish, he was in the elevator when the police were going upstairs, and so they went to the 7th floor. That's where the incident was occurring, and they were looking for a guy named Kyle. So, and he said he knows a guy named Kyle, but and he lives there. He just doesn't know what floor the guy lives on. With March Madness in full bloom the restaurant's pretty full. That's the All-Star Seafood. Absolutely. I just want to have as many eyes as possible when bad things happen. Just a quick check of the alley real quick. I don't think anybody would be coming out anytime soon. There's somebody at the top of the alley, but that could be anybody from that apartment that's right up there as well. Oh, was he went? That was him at the top of the alley. Yeah, I can see him putting a skateboard up now. So heading down the alley. Well, we might get a nice shot of the skyscrapers with a cloudy backdrop. Yeah. So we've got the Sears Tower and 311 South Wacker. Earlier, during the day, I always tell you, hey, it's the White Castle building. Now you can kind of understand why they call it the White Castle building. And I've got to keep my fingers out of the back. Got to figure out what's going on with my gimbal. It's, yesterday it worked absolutely fine. Today it's not so happy. And I don't know if so I've got the iPhone 14 and it's got an OtterBox on it because I keep on seeing people get their phones crashed. So I might go back down to like a 13 mini or a 12 mini because the camera's probably good enough because I think I can only broadcast in 720 anyhow through StreamYard. And then just put a lighter phone on the gimbal. Hopefully that helps it work a little bit better. I do not know. So Twilight is asking if I know who the DSA is. No idea who that is. We used to know the executive director, but I don't know if she is. So Brianna was the executive director, but when they fired back, I don't know if that shifted her down a place or not.
It's private property and reserves the right to refuse any entry and to remove any person. And then it's like a media request thing at the bottom of the code.
Yeah.
Or not code.
Trashy's reading their disclaimer here. And like all private businesses, they're allowed to remove anybody. There was nothing down there. A couple of lovebirds outside the OSHA restaurant.
Is there an entrance to apartments like right around this corner too? I always see like people coming out of this like entryway. I don't know if it's the.
I think it's the parking. Like if we go down there, there's
that parking
the parking garage that you see out of the middle of the building is also, there's also a way that you can walk in next to the entry of the driveway entry.
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, because then the next one is the restaurant.
Okay, that is exactly what I'm thinking.
And I think yesterday I heard somebody claiming that through the underground basements you can get back and forth through these buildings. I don't believe that's a true statement.
Yeah.
The
I would doubt it.
Yeah. Now, I also understand there's supposed to be a local OSA rep everywhere. I just don't know who it is. And yesterday, there was a flurry of people in the 6:30 hour, which I think is shift change. One of the people had a light blue sweatshirt on, and the back of the sweatshirt was American St. Hill organization, so OSA.
Yeah.
ASHO. Yeah. So yeah, Americans St. Hill organization, and that I recall being a big wig thing over there here as well. That's kind of the St. Hill England is a big deal org. I think RTC is the top, but I don't really understand how it flows down from there.
Yeah. It's interesting. It smells garlicky back here.
Yeah. Between two pizza places.
Yeah.
So this is kind of cool. In that building, those pillars are structural and they go through the center of the apartments.
Sears Tower is.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm gonna head back up front.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave the guy out front my email the last time we were here, and no response. So, just not sure. You know, last time he was going to go upstairs to get his phone, and then came back down, didn't have his phone. So it's like, what's going on here?
I did have some suspicions of that guy at first,
Yeah.
but it's interesting that there was another guy out there today who seemed to know him and pretty much confirmed everything he was saying.
When I hold the phone with my left hand, I can tell I'm much more bouncy than if I hold it with the right hand. Oh, if you're the businesses will probably let you go to the restroom, but also there's a restroom in there if you're ever out here and in the metro. So
In the metro, okay.
you go to the other side, and it's open as late as the trains are running. It's the little things in life.
Yeah, new bathroom unlocked.
Yes. Yeah. And did I just get raindrop or maybe?
I got a raindrop earlier. It was definitely dropping a little water on us.
So now I've come to the conclusion that when I come down, no action occurs. I can't leave you two kids alone. Yeah, you know what? If somebody wants to, it says Orange Barrel Media, and this would be what 7. maybe 700. No, it'll be 701 South Clark. See if that billboard's for rent. So I'm giving my chat homework.
Nice.
I heard you say 100. You got 100 in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you guys catch those 3 people that walked out?
No.
There was like 3 elderly people that walked out.
Oh, you know what? They were the ones that got in the white car in the garage. I'll bet. Yeah, because nobody came around the corner. I don't remember anybody walking past there. So, and I know that they park in that garage at the corner quite a bit. And I can't figure out if over here is the out of towners that are staying there, because some of the older people I see get picked up in cars, and do they still live up near Lakeview? Maybe, because I assume that they had long-term leases or maybe buildings up there for the.
Yeah, I actually had a lady come to the Lakeview location that said she lived in Lake Geneva. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's got to be staff. That can't be Sea Org, because, well, Sea Org couldn't live that far away from.
Yeah.
And the transportation is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we've got somebody sitting at the admin desk, and then somebody chatting with them, and then we've got somebody in the cafeteria.
It's been a marathon day. I didn't even realize the time.
Yeah.
And NC don't go washing my chalk.
Most of that staff was, they were either walking through the gate at either end of the street, or they were going through the alley. That they had carte blanche. They could walk in and out of all the gates without it being molested, whereas anybody else who was a citizen of the street, they were the ones that kind of were getting hassled and harassed. So the waiter right here is a waiter that I've known for at least 3 years. I do recognize the guy who's tending bar right now. He's been here for quite a while. No idea if there was a change in ownership, but those are definitely some longer-term employees. Like if I went in there and sat down, the guy that was the waiter, he would know what I was going to order.
It's like hella cold over there. Yeah, rhythm shot. It's freaking freezing, man.
Yeah, the temps are dropping fast.
That's cool.
What's the time right now? Probably 9?
10 to 9. Take me to like a 7:20.
Hey, Gigi. Thanks for dropping in. New name. Welcome.
You bring up a good point about being humans and things out here. The people who are making the money, if they don't make the money, they gotta pay out of their own pockets.
Can see in the distance there the blue glow of the Chase building up there.
great time to fully cover a sidewalk in the car. Nice, that's awesome. We kind of thought about it, but I don't know.
Howdy. Is that Renoir? Welcome in. Kind of a slow night right now, but we've had a heck of a lot of activity this tonight. The evening started with Trashy going to the police department and getting stonewalled, filing his complaints and his FOIA request. Now the FOIA request we can now escalate up to COPA, and because it's a violation for them not to take the FOIA request. And then a little while, maybe an hour ago, the fire department came by here, and originally they got out of the truck. That's awesome. Excellent. Great job. The fire department came out here, and when they got out of the vehicles, the first statement was it was a gas leak or a smell of gas, and then it was somebody was stuck in the elevator. They went inside. Scientology waved them off. Nothing to see here. They came back out. They were a little bit pissed that there were cameras here. Insinuated that maybe the people with the cameras were the ones that made the call. They did push SRA out of the way. Then I was at home at that point in time. I said, hey, time for me to go down there and make sure we got extra cameras on the guys just to make sure that everybody's safe. And as soon as I show up, there was a pew-pew in the building across the street, the Imprint building, most likely domestic violence, and there was probably 8 or 9 cars down there. The police left without, most of them had smiles on their face, so I have to guess that there wasn't a critical element of that incident. And there's no ambulance or anything like that, so I don't think that anybody was harmed or hurt in there. And then it's just been about an hour of us seeing what the next shitty activity of the cult is.
Nice.
And I think that Nance might show up tomorrow too.
Okay. I don't know if we'll be here tomorrow or not.
You can't do it 5 days a week?
We were thinking either tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know yet.
Celebrate Easter with the cult?
Yeah. Depends on how the day goes, I guess.
I like so DOA is fearless in dressing up in costume, and they were going to get him a bunny rabbit costume.
Thank you, and of course, we wish you rock as well. Tomorrow you'll be here with props. Corn Freak will be here tomorrow with props.
Nice. Tie-dye Crocs?
Technology does an amazing videos and streams. They're amazing.
My girlfriend's brother wanted these like Shrek Crocs for Christmas.
Okay. I think I saw them.
And they ended up getting them just black Crocs. He was so disappointed.
I hate you. I want to move out.
I don't know.
Are they just green, or did they have the character?
They had the ears like sticking out.
Oh, okay.
And then the back was like brown Sherpa material.
We're really just trying to trick Trashy into dancing again. I got to let Trashy self-evaluate his skateboard fiasco last night too.
Oh yeah, it's in my short.
Yeah.
I put it in my short.
Nice.
I put the video of you eating shit in my short.
So you got a third person perspective.
Thanks, Nita. Appreciate the support. And yeah, we're trying to stay as safe as possible. You know what we have to do is we have to get his clip, now that his is back alive, get his clip and your clip on a short where one of them's on top and then one of them's on the bottom.
Yeah.
You'd have to sync them up. Do you have
Yeah.
software that'll help you sync those up?
No.
I might be able, I'll try it tomorrow. I might be able to sync them up.
I can email you.
I can just take it. I can strip your clip. So
Okay,
no
cool,
problem.
yeah. I don't really have a lot of technology at home
Yeah.
to mess around with.
I'm pretty impressed by what you've been doing with it.
All on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
What software?
This video today too. Thank you for mentioning me a couple times.
Yes.
Your green screen effect is cool and all that. I like it. You do a good job as well. I'm still just starting out, learning the ropes and everything. So
You're doing excellent.
thank you.
Again, I like all the shorts. Those are good clips.
Thank you. Yeah, I go through every it saves directly to my camera roll, like the whole live.
Nice.
So I can just go through.
Oh, so you get it in high res there, because you're probably not streaming in high res, but I'll bet you're saving in high
I'm
res.
streaming in 1080.
Oh, are you? Nice.
Yeah.
All right, I might have to go to Prism too then.
Prism is really great. It also lets you go in the wide view.
Okay.
So you can capture a lot more.
Nice.
But then sometimes, since we're streaming landscape,
yep,
the shorts are regular portrait mode. So when you
got to take a thin slice.
You can adjust the short to which side of the widescreen you want it, but it looks a little funky.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so all my lives get saved to my camera roll, and then I just go through and edit out the clips and then re-edit it on the short menu.
Cool. Most of the time when I'm doing clips for you guys, and because Natalie can only take about a 1 minute clip anyhow, I'll just use the YouTube clip mechanism for that.
I should give you my email.
Yep. Yes, you should. You should.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see if we can work on that. The other one we have to do is we have to send them all to Kelly Copter. She's the one that's going to make the good video out of all this stuff.
For sure, yeah. Oh, here comes one, guys. I think. Wait, is that one?
It's got the dark blues.
Man, it's not a good place to work. You don't want to go in there. How much money have you given to Scientology?
She had resting bee face, didn't she?
Yeah, she's kind of smiled and laughed when she went inside too.
Yesterday was very fun. That one of the younger ladies that when I come here at lunchtime, she's the one that pulls the blinds, and I always wave at her. I know she wants to wave back, but she realized, oh, I can't do that. And she came out yesterday, and I said, hey, are you going to smile for me? And she smiled. Damn it.
That's funny. Yeah. Earlier, a guy went inside, and I wasn't sure right away if he was with Scientology, so I asked him if he was a part of Scientology. And he replied, but I could not quite catch what he said. He either said, unfortunately, or do not record me. One of those two. I'm not quite sure.
And if he said unfortunately, he's in big, big trouble.
Yeah, right. I would imagine he didn't, but it sounded kind of like it. I'm trying to decide when to try live.
Yeah, so tonight we've got 10 o'clock. The cops were across the street. Right, the cops haven't been here tonight, have they?
Oh, he's going out? No.
But we did have the fire department here. And the fire department was not happy when they got here. Oh. Oh, is he taking garbage out?
He's taking garbage out.
All right. I'll run down there real quick. Run back. We just lost the guy. But I'm pretty sure he's just taking the garbage out. I don't think he's leaving for the night. He only had his vest on, and it's probably too cold to be out in just your vest. And I'm really sorry for the shaky element. My gimbal is being a jerk tonight. Uh, the police were across the street for a pew-pew, probably a domestic violence. A lot of cop cars, a lot of cops. They all left mostly with smiles on their face, so I don't think that there was a tragedy there. We never saw ambulance or fire stop there. The fire department showed up here. Hey, he is walking down. Yeah, that guy did walk down to the next building. So the guy came out and did the garbage, and then he walked down the street a little bit. So the fire department showed up, and the first indications were somebody smelled gas and that somebody was stuck in an elevator. And turns out that neither of those were true. Scientology waved them off. When they came out, I'll say the firemen touched. I don't know if it was a bump or not, but definitely made contact with SRA. So that was rather interesting, and we should probably file a complaint there. There was also an inference that, oh, it's those guys with the cameras. They're the ones that made the call. Got a car coming down the alley. I love it. Trashy's heading through the garbage can. All right, I just saw a siren go by on Polk. I'm gonna run down there and make sure you go back to Clark. Trashy's on trash duty. I am not going to win an Oscar for cinematography tonight. I definitely have to figure out why my gimbal is reacting poorly every once in a while. Now, if you go, one thing I would suggest to a girl is go look at either Trashy or SRA's video. Well, Trashy's video starts with him in the police station. And then SRA came straight here. And then after Trashy got done with the police. So we've got the police coming down the street again. So he's in a rush going towards the police station. So it's probably end of shift. %, right? So they're the biggest resource user, and they pay zero into the resource. And that's not exactly true. They pay nothing to the government. They most likely are lining pockets of people working for the government. Yeah, we saw the safe pointing, was it Tuesday, with Kweli Kwaza greeting the police department. You know, the white shirt, and a white shirt in the city is some form of leadership role. Rain is definitely falling now. Yeah.
That's getting interactions.
No. That Trashy went trash diving.
Trashy has hit trash gold.
We don't know if it's hit gold or not, but
Oh yeah, Patrick. Windy City's back right here, and
big fans of the cult.
Trashy is.
Yes, he was. And I can't remember if he was city official, if he was the public school. I think the female was a public school person.
Goldenrod.
I was sitting so nicely and warm and comfortable on my couch.
And then you saw the firefighters.
Yeah. And it wasn't so much the firefighters when he came out and I heard, "Hey, I got hit," and said, "Okay, I want as many cameras down there
Yeah.
as possible."
Yeah, he touched me and told me to stop recording.
Yeah, which I would have said, pound dust.
I should have said I'm on public property and I can record
Absolutely
as much
correct.
as I want.
Yep. Yeah, never listen to them when they're saying that.
Yeah.
Hey, SP. Some of us have already heard the story, but I'll kind of go through it again because there's just not that much action going on right now. I am a never in. I would say about a year ago, I came to Aaron's channel, and it was probably through an intersection with some First Amendment audits because I always thought those were interesting in that process. And then just to hear the travesties of some of these people that are ex-Scientologists, and it's interesting to notice that, wow, how do people fall for this? But I fully understand how that happens. It just surprised me, and the crimes they were going through, and then the Danny Maslin case comes up, and it was just, you know what, I don't want to stand for this anymore. I was definitely thinking about it about the same time Trashy was, but Trashy got out here first, and he went up to Lakeview. I really, my expectation is I'm not going to get anybody to quit Scientology. I want to make it as painful as possible for them to get the next person to join Scientology. Sorry. The only other thing that's somewhat significant is that I have a history of religion. I'm an ordained minister in a Protestant, mainstream church. I went to church to work for the church for a couple of weeks. I was absolutely gobsmacked by how much money flows through churches. Now, I'll say that I don't mean that was a scam by any means. It's just a lot of money goes to churches. Most churches help their communities, though, so the money flows in and goes out again. Versus comes in. We've got these mega churches where, you've got people with, $20 million airplanes as their taxi. And it didn't appeal to me that it was such a money intense venture. So that's about where it's at. I've been, in addition to that, the reason I missed the opening was, excuse me, I was in Tokyo for the Tokyo Marathon. Been a long time runner in that area. Always lived in the Chicago area. I just want to make life challenging for Scientology to grow. And I want to help educate people that they're trying to sucker into their scams. All right, who's next? Guy's moving pretty fast up and down the streets. I don't know if there's any. I don't think you saw any publics really going in tonight, right?
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
So
I'm
I think there's
sorry.
only members in.
Your daughter is sick.
So it's probably only members in there.
Yeah.
All night
I
long.
haven't seen any public. There was one lady that said she was meeting someone in there, but I don't know where she went. I don't know if she went in there or if she left.
Yeah. Is he still going through their garbage? I only came back up front because I saw a cop car go down Polk.
They passed by.
Yeah.
Can I go back there really quick with him?
Yeah. Why don't you go? I'll stay out here.
I'll see if he's still there.
Yeah. This is a target-rich environment. I think I've expressed to you before that we've got somebody going in the closet, probably getting their jacket, ready to go home for the night. Not sure you can see that, but yeah, if we look through here, this is the coat closet. So everybody kind of comes in, puts their stuff in that closet. There's all the colleges. There's plenty of public transportation, so they can be sitting at the train stations. And yesterday, at the start of my stream, I got off the train, and there was one of the guys was there handing out flyers on the train platform. Additionally, the building that's on the block just north of here is the immigration court. So if you think about it, that's a lot of people who are taking their first steps in a new country. The church's early elements seem like, look, we're here to help. Now, granted, they're not going to give them housing, they're not going to give them food, they're not going to give them shelter, clothing, but they'll give them a way to fix their mind. So I definitely was concerned about just the odds, right? The idea that there's so many more people in this area. They only need to be 0.5% effective. And I want to figure out a way to remove that 0.5% opportunity. I do remember tonight we probably want to put a code in here because this is not a city garbage can. That's their private garbage can. And that probably should not be there. Yeah, 100%. Free labor. And that's, the woman that we saw in here last night with her 2 kids, I'm going to say that she appears to be at the lower end of the socioeconomic scale. So she's not a person that's coming in here and spending a lot of money on course. My expectation is that she's going to fall into the billionaire, but it'd be hard to do that with children. Or that she's going to then offer up her children for, the billion-year contracts just the same. And I don't mean to profile in that manner that the car that she drives in is a rather late model, heavily rusted out, and it was just stuffed with trash when she was here, or when I saw her last night. Hey, Bridge. Welcome in. We're in our last hour. I do plan on being out here at the Open tomorrow, so I'll probably try and show up around 9 o'clock. They open at 9:30. See if I can get the shift change for the members and see if there's any publics coming in and opening. I've got some Easter obligations to attend to in the afternoon, so I don't think I'll be down here then. We will probably, my expectation would be that Shannon will show up sometime this weekend. I'm pretty sure Korn had plans to come down. So I'm impressed. We've got several people who are showing up, rather consistently. Israel, um, Shannon, Korn, Nance. Something went terribly awry with the Scientology the other night, but Steph, the writer, probably once a week we're seeing something from her. Who else? Yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday we saw Clearing Clearwater, and she'll be up here for a while, so that'll be fun. The reason that I like having more people here is more cameras, wider view, so if things do happen, we've got better coverage there, and we can kind of cover both doors so people can't sneak out the front or sneak out the back when we're on the opposite side of the building. Additionally, it allows us to, if we need to or want to, we can go, yep, yeah, oops, sorry. Corn will be down here. Oh, I understand that. And listen, it's enough that you're watching that. That's great. We're always happy to have people down here. And if you think about it, you don't have to be streaming. Corn doesn't come and stream. Corn just comes for the support. And she's raging against the machine just as well. When people are walking by, she's giving them their what for and all. And again, if there were no eyes on these streams, we wouldn't be streaming, right? We're just trying to broaden the awareness. The very first day that I was here and I did catch the guy out passing out flyers, I really enjoyed just walking around behind him and telling everybody that he was handing a flyer out to what they were getting themselves into. And I would love to keep doing that to thwart their efforts. Now, I do think they go inside buildings, so they have access to some of the college dorms, and I can't go in there. They will, like I said, last night they were in the train station, so if I wasn't in that train station, I would have never seen them, right? Because if I'm just walking up here on the streets, you would never catch that. Thank you, Red Sphere. Starting to get pretty chilly out here with the rain coming down. It's just coming down a little bit, a little drizzle. If you guys, I think that the exciting stuff is happening over on Trashy's channel. I think he found a garbage bag in the that they were taking out. Yeah, that's nice. Awesome. I wonder if there's paper and document in there as well. And somebody, I want to say boo hiss, left some garbage on their doorstep. You know what? I don't think we've talked to the interfaith organizations yet, but we have talked to student deans, resident deans, social directors at these campuses. Now, DePaul is a Catholic school. Yes, you're fully tech. Nice. Very nice. Love that. Go Blue Demons. I was a big fan back in the days of Aguirre, Cummings, Ray Meyer Sr. So we're seeing there that they do have vocal cords. They can't talk. They talk very cordially to one another. So the security guard opened the door. The staff member left. Yeah, it was typical end of workday communication with a coworker. Yeah. What? No, they're in the. They found a garbage can in back. So they found a bunch of paperwork in the garbage can. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. There. What time? What time is it right now?
9:20.
Okay. Yeah. So we're probably not going to be here that much longer. So we'll head in.
I saw on the radar.
Excellent.
So the radar WG.
Nice. I might go back there. Oh, here they come right now.
Hey, there's a
Nice.
Scientologist following us right now.
There's a kid coming right now.
He's on the phone.
He approached me.
It's free in the garbage. It's free in the garbage.
Yeah.
So if it's in the garbage, yeah, that's already that.
He picked up one of the pieces of paper. He's on the phone now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run in Dunkin' or something, or Subway or something, and
Yeah.
get this together.
No problem. Have a great day at the Cult. He took garbage out of a garbage can in an alley, which is already public value now. By the way, this is stalking. You shouldn't be following people. Are you stalking them? Are you threatening these? Are you threatening these people? You, sir, from the Cult of Scientology, are you stalking this group? If you follow people, they have fear. I do have you on camera stalking them. Are you still stalking my friends? Yeah. Can I have your name so I can give them to the police? Hey, can somebody scrub backwards? I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a good face shot of this person when he walked up to us. Why? Okay, I need a second phone because I want to call 911 to report the stalking. Now, the other thing that's interesting was they definitely had first and last name when he walked by. So. So here's the person reporting back. You know, I'm going to shut the stream down for just a second, and I want to make the police call.
Doors closing. Doors closing. Rain in Milwaukee is next. Doors opens on the left, including areas of setbacks. You can observe connected advantages, vandalism, versus surface activity, in CT% and
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're still there. We're all out. Everybody's safe. Trashy, well, everybody's phone died at the same time. Trashy and SRA are headed back to the train. I'm on the train, headed back home. So, I will say that I think that he's got a list of the flag members that were here, which that'll be awesome. Just even so we can look up the names, so now we can take the names to Instagram and TikTok and all of that process. So it was funny. The last person that Trashy had asked the question to about death, he's actually on my train. So, I'm on a Scientology train. I'm guessing that the noise is getting horrendous. It's on the train. It's probably annoying as heck. So I'm going to actually end the stream now, and I will see you all tomorrow morning.